Families and businesses across the Midwest may be affected by an energy shortage this summer. CFU is alerting customers to the situation and asking residents to be prepared.
Historically, the Midwest has had an excess amount of generating capacity to meet peak demand needs. Peak demand for us often occurs hot summer days when everybody's running their air conditioning load, and that's the case throughout the Midwest. So the Mid-Continent Independent System Operator, or MISO, who directs the operation of the transmission system and all the generating assets throughout the Midwest, have notified all of us that there's an alert and a potential shortfall this summer. It really is a regional issue throughout the Midwest, and when I talk about the Midwest and MISO, that's from Louisiana all the way up through Canada. So this is not an issue that affects just Cedar Falls or even just Iowa. It's a multi-state issue and potential shortage this summer. There's several steps that would occur through this kind of a process. For starters, when we hit this peak situation, all of the generating units throughout the Midwest would be on. And again, this isn't just Cedar Falls. Our units will be operating, but so will other units throughout the Midwest to try to create as much capacity and generation as possible. Beyond that, next steps would be voluntary curtailments of load. So you'd see notices from CFU as well as other utilities putting out the notice asking customers to reduce load. Run your air conditioner at a little higher temperature. Shift your laundry, shift your dishwashing till later in the evening. Those types of things to shift load or reduce load during the peak times. Do as much as you can when the sun is down rather than when the sun is up. After that, if we get into a more serious situation, that's when there could be controlled power outages. We don't think that's likely, but there's always a possibility of that. And if that occurred, they would be rotated through the community. Customers would be out for approximately 1 hour at a time. We don't think it's highly likely, but we think it's best to be prepared for this and make sure customers are aware of this possibility. So customers would hear this from us through social media, through the public media, and as situations warrant, we would also notify customers through direct messaging, either through phone calls to the customer or text messaging to the customer. We also have our CFU To Go app, which I highly encourage customers to enroll in that and download that app. It's a great way to get information from us, especially in these kind of emergency situations. So we really want customers to make sure they contact us, make sure that their contact information with us is current, particularly a cell phone number, so that we can utilize that if necessary for emergency notifications.